Hi guys, this is Sadek from TWRP.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to extract the stock Boot.img file directly from your device without the need to download any firmware. So as you might be aware, if you want to root your phone via Magisk, then you'll first and foremost have to download the stock firmware, extract the Boot.img file from there, and then carry out with the Magisk process. However, this requires additional time wastage, and also you will have to waste your some data bandwidth as well. So in this video, we'll show you how to directly extract the Boot.img file which is currently installed onto your phone. So with that said, there exist three methods, out of which the TWRP method is the only one which does not require root. On the other hand, there are two additional methods, which is the dd command and the Termux method. Both of these methods requires root. So just to repeat, if you use the custom recovery like TWRP, you will be able to extract that Boot.img file on your phone which is currently installed. So if your phone is not rooted, then it will extract the stock Boot.img file. On the other hand, if you perform this step on a rooted phone, then TWRP will give you the patch Boot.img file. But that is not the case with the dd command and Termux. Since both of these methods require a rooted phone, so they will only be able to extract a rooted patch.img file. So in what cases could this method come in handy? Well, when it comes to TWRP, then it's quite obvious you'll get the stock Boot.img file which you could directly patch via Magisk and flash via fastboot command. On the other hand, both of these tweaks require you to have your phone rooted via Magisk beforehand. So once you have rooted, and then for example, suppose you do a format data or factory reset, then from the next time, if you're on the same firmware version, you could directly use the patch img command, patch boot.img file that you have got via the dd command or the Termux app, and your phone will be booted to the OS. You could then use the direct install to obtain root. So just to repeat, if your phone is currently rooted, you could use the dd command or the Termux app, and they will give you the patch boot.img file of the same firmware version. You could then directly use that patch boot.img file. You don't have to even use the boot.img command any further. You don't have to even use the Magisk file. You could directly use the patch boot.img file to obtain root. On the other hand, if your phone is not rooted, then TWRP is the best method. Moreover, one additional benefit is that it could give you both the stock and the patch boot.img file. If the phone is rooted, it will give you the patch boot.img file. If it's not rooted, it will give you the stock boot.img file. So apart from these methods, there also exists a Magisk method. As you might be aware, once you root your phone via Magisk, then it initially takes a backup of the stock boot.img file. However, you will not be able to use that stock boot.img file for this purpose. I have shown the reason and the issue with that at the end of this video. Do check that out as well. Apart from that, the register side loader and the script file are also there, but let's simply skip this method because these three are the most easiest and the best way to do this job. Regarding the best method is still the TWRP because it does not require a rooted phone. So let's first start with the TWRP method, and after that I'll root my phone using the extracted boot.img file, and once you've obtained root, you will then try out the dd command and then the Termux method. So with that said, please take a backup of all the data on your phone, and then let's get started. First off, install the Android SDK platform tools from this guide and extract them onto your PC. You could extract them anywhere you want. I have done the extraction in eDrive. Once that is done, you now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking on your phone. So go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Now go back, go to system, go to developer option and enable the toggle next to USB debugging as well as OEM unlocking. OEM unlocking is required to execute ADB command. So once you enable USB debugging, you will get a prompt, tap on OK. You might get an RSA key fingerprint prompt, tap on allow, and with this, debugging is now enabled. So let's now verify the debugging connection. So go to platform code folder, type in cmd in the address bar and hit enter. This will launch the command prompt window inside platform code folder as you could see. So now type in ADB devices and make sure you're getting a serial ID. If you're not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC, disable and re-enable USB debugging, use the official cable that came with your phone, tap on revoke USB debugging, and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB tweaks and make sure you're getting this ID. Once you're getting this ID, you now have to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that this will wipe off all the data and it might make the warranty null and void. If that's well and good, you could refer to my guide and unlock the bootloader. The generic step to unlock the bootloader is booting the phone to fastboot mode and then using the fastboot flashing unlock command. Let me show you the fastboot flashing unlock, or you could also use the fastboot OEM unlock command. So boot your phone to fastboot mode and you execute any of the two commands. This will then, your phone will undergo a reset and it will then unlock the bootloader. On the other hand, if you own a Xiaomi phone, you will have to use the Mi Unlock tool. I have made separate videos and guides on that. You could refer to my guide. and unlock the bootloader. Once you have unlocked the bootloader, your next course of action is to now install the TWRP recovery. Do note that as of now, I'll only be booting my phone to this recovery for one-time usage. I will not be installing it permanently because we only require recovery for one-time purpose. So let's now boot our phone to recovery for just for the one-time usage. For that, you have to download the recovery file onto your PC. You could either use the official TWRP website, or you could also use the unofficial trusted site such as XDA. So download the recovery.img file and place it inside the platform folder on your PC. So as you could see, this is the recovery file, and now we'll boot our phone to this recovery. So open CMD window inside platform folder, and now type in adb reboot bootloader and hit enter. Your phone will now boot to the fastboot mode, and it will only take a few seconds. So let's just wait for the time frame, and once that happens, we will then verify the fastboot connection as well, and then we will boot our phone to the recovery mode. So it will only take a few seconds, so let's just wait. And as you can see, our phone is now in the fastboot mode. Do keep in mind that this screen might vary depending on the phone that you are using. My phone is a Poco F4, so you are seeing the screen. Now type in fastboot devices and hit enter, and make sure you're getting a serial ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you will have to install fastboot drivers onto your PC. I made a separate guide and a video. I give you that guide as well, link in the description. You could refer to guide and install the fastboot drivers. Likewise, use the Windows X shortcut key and choose device manager. Now expand the Android phone section and make sure your phone is being shown as Android bootloader interface, as you could see from here. This signifies that the phone is now in the fastboot mode and we could now proceed ahead. So let's now boot our phone to the TWRP for one-time usage. Make sure the name of the file is TWRP, is in the IMG format, and is placed inside the platform folder on your PC. If that's well and good, now type in fastboot boot twrp.img and hit enter. So our phone should now boot to the TWRP recovery within a few seconds, and then we will proceed ahead with the next step. So let's just wait for a few seconds. If you want, you could also permanently flash the recovery file onto our phone, but that's not required. You could simply do a one-time boot and get the job done as well. So with this, our phone is now in the recovery mode. Now you don't have to do anything on your phone. Just open CMD window inside platform folder, and first off type in adb shell and hit enter. This will bring up your device code name, such as Munch in case of Poco F4. Now just copy paste this entire command, and it will give you the boot.img file onto your phone. So copy with this command and hit enter. It will now extract the boot.img file, and you will get it in the SD card, which is the internal memory. As you could see, the size of the file should be 192 MB in our case. So let's now verify the same. So go to your phone. Let me open it once again. Just a minute. So access your phone from File Manager, File Explorer app from here, and then you should see the boot.img file. It is of the same 192 MB as you could see from here. So with this, since our phone was not rooted, we have got the stock boot.img file. If you carry out the process on a rooted phone, you will get the patch boot.img file. So as of now, it's the stock boot.img file. So copy this file from here and place it inside the platform folder on your PC. So we are just taking as a backup, we are placing the file over here, and we don't require this file. Just for a backup, we have now got the boot.img file over here. So simply paste the file here, and with this we have got the boot.img file onto our PC. Just a minute, let me now try it once again. So let's copy the file from here and paste it over here. So yes, with this we have now got the boot.img file. It's the stock boot.img file. And now let's boot our phone to the OS, and then I'll show you how to root your phone via Magisk as well, just to verify the boot.img file. So currently it's in the fastboot in the TWRP recovery. So from here, go to reboot and select system. Your phone should now boot to the OS. So now we will root our phone via Magisk, and once that is done, I'll show you the rest of the steps which require root as well. So just to double check, I will now root my phone, and then I'll show you the method of dd command and the Termux app. So let's wait for the phone to boot up. As of now, it's not rooted, my phone. So let me show you. I'm using the app known as Root Checker. You can install from Play Store. If I now launch the app, you could see it's not rooted. So let's now use that boot.img file. So open the File Manager app, and as you could see, we have got the boot.img file onto our phone. It's a stock boot.img file. Now next up, you have to download the Magisk APK file onto your phone. So I have a separate guide on the same. Make sure to refer to my guide and download the APK file. Once you've got the Magisk APK file, you have to place the file onto your phone. If your phone is not visible on your PC, then expand the notification section, expand Android system, then select charging this device and choose file transfer. Your phone should now be visible here. So download the Magisk APK from my guide and transfer the file onto your phone. So let's paste it over here, and with this we have got the Magisk APK file. So let's now install the Magisk app. So tap on install, and with this the app will now be installed. Once done, let's now launch the app. Now you have to tap on install next to Magisk, select and patch a file, and now choose the Boot.img file from here, and then tap on let's go. Magisk will now patch this Boot.img file, and once done, you will get the file under the download section. So let me open my phone from my PC itself, and this is the download folder of the my phone app. And currently I'm having two files, so let me verify the file name. It's the H6W88. So this one is the this is the patch file which we have got. So copy this patch file and now transfer the file inside the platform tool folders on your PC. So let me do that. Once we have got the patch file, you will now use this file to root your phone. So next up, you now have to boot your phone to the fastboot mode. For booting your phone to fastboot mode, all you have to do is open CMD window inside platform tool folder. Make sure USB debugging is enabled, and now just type on in ADB reboot bootloader, and your phone should now boot to the fastboot mode in a few seconds. In the meantime, for the ease of convenience, let's rename the file to something shorter. So let's just rename it to magisk_patch_boot. So with this, the name is the Magisk patch boot.img, and it's inside the platform tool folder. So our phone is now booted to fastboot mode, and let's now boot our phone using this patch boot.img file. So type in fastboot boot magisk_patch_boot.img and hit enter, and your phone will now boot to the using the patch boot.img file. You should always boot the file using the Magisk patch file, and you should never flash it, because if you are flashing it and if something is wrong with the Magisk patch file, then your phone might end up in a soft break or a boot loop state. On the other hand, if you are just doing a boot and if something is wrong with the Magisk patch file, then a simple restart will rectify all the issues. So you should always use the fastboot boot command and never use the fastboot flash command. So as of now, we have used the boot command, so our phone has only attained temporarily root. Let me show you. If I launch the Magisk app, our phone is now rooted, but as of now, it's just a one-time root. So let me show you that as well. So although we have got the root, but it's just a one-time root, so we'll now have to make the root permanent. So tap on install next to Magisk, and now select direct install recommended, and tap on let's go. So with this, Magisk will now patch and flash the Boot.img file, and once the process has been done, so it will then patch the file, and then process is complete. Now tap on reboot, and our phone should now boot to the rooted OS. In some cases, this boot up might take a few additional seconds. That's completely normal and nothing to worry about. It's because our phone has undergone a root, so that is why it's now being booted to the rooted OS. So let's just verify the same, and if our phone obtains root, then this signifies that we were able to successfully extract the Boot.img file using the TWRP recovery. So let's just wait for the time frame, and then we'll verify the root, and then we'll move on with the next method. So if I unlock my phone and now launch the Magisk app, let me bring it to the home screen. So with this, we have obtained permanent root, and if I launch the root checker app and tap on verify root, you could see that we are getting the Magisk prompt. Tap on grant, and with this, we have obtained root on our phone. So guys, this was the first method using TWRP recovery. Just to repeat, the benefit is that it does not require a rooted phone, but on the flip side, your device should have a custom recovery. Moreover, one more benefit of that is that you could use both with the stock as well as a rooted phone. If you're doing on a stock phone, then you'll get the stock Boot.img. If you're doing on a rooted phone, you'll get a patch Boot.img. So guys, let's now move over to our next method. The next method requires the rooted phone, and since we have achieved root, we could carry out both this method. But as I have told you before, both this method will give you the patch Boot.img file, and it will not give you the stock Boot.img file. So what is the need for this file? Well, if you want, you could keep a backup of this file, and if you want to do a format data factory reset, and after that you could directly use this patch file. If you are on the same firmware version, then you could directly use this patch Boot.img file, and your phone will be booted to the rooted OS, and you will get root. You will not have to patch the file once again. Likewise, if someone has asked you to share the Boot.img file which correspond to your firmware version, then you could directly share the patch Boot.img file using both these methods. So with that said, please re-verify that your phone is rooted by Magisk. As you could see in my case, I've obtained root, and once that is done, let's now get started. So first off, you have to enable USB debugging on your phone. So go to the settings menu, then go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. So go back, go to system, go to developer option, and enable the toggle next to USB debugging. You will get a prompt on your phone, tap on OK, and with this, debugging is now enabled. Next up, you have to download Android SDK platform tools. So download it from here and extract them onto your PC. You could extract them anywhere you want. I have done the extraction in eDrive. You could extract them to any location on your PC. Once that is done, you will now have to execute a few commands. So go to platform tool folder, type in cmd in the address bar and hit enter. This will launch the command prompt window inside platform tool folder. So now type in ADB devices and make sure you are getting a serial ID. So with this, our phone is now in the ADB mode. Now type in ADB shell and hit enter. It should now bring up your device code name. As you could see, the Poco F4 is Munch, so it's showing here. Now type in SU and hit enter, and it will now get a super user request. I already allowed it before, so I'm not getting a prompt. In your case, you will get a prompt something like this, the super user request. Make sure to tap on grant. So if I launch the Magisk app and go to the super user, you could see it has just got the shared UID shell access as well. So make sure you give it the SU command access. Once that is done, you just have to now copy paste both this command. The first command will give you the boot.a.img file corresponding to the boot A partition, and the second one gives you the boot B.img file corresponding to the boot B partition. So let's now carry out both this task. Let me verify I don't have any remaining boot.img file from the previous steps. Let me quickly delete all the remaining files, and let's now start this task. So now first off, copy the boot A partition command and type it in the cmd window and hit enter, and it will now extract the boot A.img. Likewise, now copy the boot B command and execute it in the cmd window, and you will now get the boot B partition file as well. So with this, we have now got both the files, and both the files will be placed inside on your phone itself, as you could see in the internal storage. These are both the files. You could now use this file to root your it's already rooted and patched, so you could now use this file to share it with someone, or if you want to do a format data, you could do a format data and use this patch file, and you will automatically be booted to the OS once again, to the rooted OS in fact. So let me show you that as well. So currently I am rooted by a Magisk. So if I now boot my phone to the fast boot mode, but before that, let me first copy this file from here. So let's first expand Android system and select file transfer, and now let me copy both the boot A and boot B partition. Just to repeat, both of these are the patch boot.img file and not the stock. So please always keep this in mind while moving ahead. So let me now copy both the boot A and boot B image file from here and transfer both this file inside the platform tool folders on my PC. And now you will have to boot your phone to fast boot mode, and then I'll show you, even if I boot my phone using these boot A and boot B command, my phone will still be rooted by Magisk. So this signifies that both these files are still patched boot.img file and not the stock one. So let me show you what I mean. So currently I'm rooted, and now if I boot my phone using this boot.img file, let me show you. For that, let's just type in adb reboot bootloader and hit enter, and our phone should now boot to the fast boot mode. And let's first verify our current active partition. To verify the current active partition, you could refer to my guide, and the video is the fast boot get for all. Let me show you. This is the command. So just copy this command and go to the platform to folder on your PC. So let me access that, and now open cmd window over here. And once your phone is the fast boot mode, type in fast boot devices and hit enter, and make sure you're getting a serial ID. Now just paste this command and hit enter, and verify the line next to the bootloader current slot. This signifies my active partition is partition B. So I'll be using the boot B file. So let's just boot our file using this. So type in fastboot boot underscore B .img and hit enter. Our phone will now boot using this boot B underscore img file. So if this is a stock boot img file, we will lose the root. On the other hand, if it's the patch boot img file, we should still get the root. So as I have told you before, it should be a patch boot img file. So our phone should still be rooted by Magisk. And moreover, you should always use the fastboot boot command and never use the fastboot flash command. Just keep this in mind. Always use the boot command. So our phone is now booted using the boot underscore b.img file. And if I now launch the Magisk app, you could see my phone is still rooted by Magisk. Likewise, on the root checker app, tap on verify root and you could see it's rooted. So this also signifies that if we use the dd command, so using the dd command, it only extracts the patch boot.img and not the stock boot.img file. So if you have uninstalled Magisk and you want to reinstall it, then you could simply boot your phone using this and then use the direct install of Magisk to obtain permanent root. You don't have to patch the boot.img file over and over again. So this was the second method of getting the job done, and let's now move ahead to the third and final method, which involves Termux. So let's now carry out this task using the Termux app as well. So first off, install the Termux app from Play Store, and once you have installed the app, launch it, and then type in SU and hit enter. You will get a Magisk prompt. Tap on grant, and with this, Termux has now got the Magisk prompt. So now just copy paste this command, and first one is for the boot A partition. Okay, before moving ahead, let me first delete the file from the previous methods. Just a minute, let me first remove both these files, and now let's go back to Termux app. Now you have make sure you have type in SU. So now you have to execute both this command. So you could do one thing. You could either open my guide on my phone itself, or you could transfer this command as a text file onto your phone and then access it from there. So I might have transferred the command onto my phone itself. So let's open this command, and first off, let me copy the boot A partition command. So copy the entire command for the boot A partition and simply paste it in the Termux app. So let's do that and hit enter, and it will now extract the boot.img file and place in the platform and place it onto your phone. Likewise, now copy the boot B command as well, and let me copy it and now paste it in the Termux app as well, and then hit the enter key. It will now give you the boot B partition file as well. With this, we have got both the files. Let me just show you. So launch the file manager app and now go to the internal storage, and as you could see, we have just now got the boot A and boot B img file. Again, let me just show you that both these files are rooted as boot img file and not the stock boot img file. To verify the same, let's quickly boot our phone to the fast boot mode. It will only take a few seconds. Okay, just a minute, I forgot to copy the file, so I'll once again have to boot my phone to the OS. It will only take a few seconds, so let me do that as well. I'll first have to transfer the file onto my PC so that we can move ahead. So sorry for the delay, it will only take a few seconds. Let me quickly boot my phone to the OS. I'll then copy both these files and then show you the rest of the method. So I'll have to copy the file and place it here. Let me first remove the files from my earlier step. These are the files from the dd command method. Let me remove both these files, and now I will now copy the file which I have got from the Termux app. So let's expand the notification section, select charging this device and choose file transfer. Your phone should now be visible on your PC. So access your phone from here, and now copy both the boot A and boot B img file. So just a minute. So copy both the boot A and boot B file and paste it in the platform folder on your PC. So while it's being pasted, we will also once again verify the current slot, and then we will use that boot partition file to boot our phone. So it's currently copy pasting the file inside the platform folder, and now we have got the file. So let's now boot our phone to the fast boot mode. So it will only take a few seconds. Once it's in the fast boot mode, we will then use the fastboot get var all command to check the current active partition. It should still be the B partition, but let's verify the same. So as you could see, it's currently the B partition, so we'll be using the boot B file. So just boot your phone using it to type in fastboot boot underscore B and .img and hit enter, and our phone should now boot using the boot B partition file. And if our phone boots to the rooted OS, then it signifies that our phone is rooted by Magisk. On the other hand, if our phone boots using the normal boot.img file, then our phone should not be rooted. So as of now, since we have used the Termux app, it is only able to extract the patch boot.img file. So our phone should now once again boot to the patch rooted OS. So if I launch the Magisk app, you could see my phone is still rooted by Magisk, as you could verify from here. Likewise, under the root checker app as well, our phone is rooted by Magisk. So guys, these were the three methods. Before rounding off, let's talk about the Magisk method. So as you might be aware, once you root your phone by Magisk, it initially takes a backup of the stock boot.img file. So that stock boot.img file is placed in the data partition. Let's access the data partition. For that, you have to install a file manager app which supports root. I'm using the solid file manager app, so you could install this app from Play Store. And now if you have to grant it the storage access, now go back, tap on the overflow icon. Just a minute. So it wants me to go online to show ads. Not an issue. Let me connect to Wi-Fi quickly and then we'll proceed through with this we have got the ads, and now you have to go to the root, tap on root, and you will get a Magisk prompt, tap on grant, and with this we have got the Magisk. So if you go to the data partition, you will now see the Magisk backup file, and this is the Boot.img file. However, you will not be able to use this file to boot your phone to the rooted OS. Even if you remove the .gz from the end, you rename it to boot.img or simply boot it using the gz file as well, your phone will not boot to the OS. It will be able to extract the file, but it will not be able to boot to the rooted OS. This is because Magisk do a file compression in a format which you cannot extract it, and only Magisk could use this file. You cannot use the stock Boot.img file. So let me still show you once. Let's take a risk and let me copy this file and transfer it to some other place. So let me save this file inside the internal storage. So the file is now saved. Let's verify the same. Go to internal storage, and with this we have got the Boot.img gz file. So if I now try to boot my phone using this file, my phone will be stuck in a boot loop, or it might not even be able to boot to the OS. Let me show you that as well. So let me select file transfer, and now I will be accessing that file. So this is the boot where it's gone. So let me refresh it once. So this is the Boot.img gz file. Copy it and paste it inside the platform to folders on your PC. And now let me boot my phone to the fast boot mode. So with this we have got the Boot.img.gz file. So type in adb reboot bootloader and your phone should now boot to the fast boot mode. And then I'll show you if I try to use this Boot.img file, which is the file used by Magisk, the Magisk which had taken a backup initially. When you root your phone for the first time, it will take a backup of the stock Boot.img file, and we are using that Boot.img file. So even though this file will be extracted, but our phone will not boot to the OS. So if I now type in fastboot boot, then it's boot.img.gz and hit enter. So the extraction is successful, and even booting is successfully finished, but our phone will stuck in this mode and it will not boot to the OS. So you could wait for some time, and then I'll show you that as well. It will not be able to boot to the OS. So that is the reason why I always tell you to use the fastboot boot command, because since I've used a corrupt boot image file, in fact a wrong boot image file, and our phone is stuck, that's not an issue. I will just do a simple reboot and our phone will be back to the OS. Anyways, as I was telling you, even though it was able to extract the Boot.img file .gz file, and it was able to flash the Boot.img file, but our phone will not boot to the OS. That is why you should never use the Magisk backup file. Anyway, with that said, let me now reboot my phone to the OS. So for that, you just have to press and hold the power key for around 15-20 seconds. And once you do so, your phones will now boot to the OS, and it will replace the corrupt Boot.img file with the working one. So it will now replace the corrupt img file, and the working file is now used, and our phone should now boot to the OS. So anyways, just to round off the entire guide, here's what all we have discussed till now. If you use the TWRP method, then it does not require root. You could use it on a non-rooted phone as well. Moreover, TWRP gives you both the file. If your phone is currently rooted, it will give you the patch Boot.img file. If your phone is not rooted, it will give you the stock Boot.img file. On the other hand, the dd command and termux both requires rooted methods, and they will only give you the patch Boot.img file. So you could use this file if you have done a factory reset, then you could directly use this file to boot your phone to the patch environment and then do a direct install to root your phone. Or you could also share the patch file with someone else. So these were two methods requires root. And when it comes to Magisk, although it makes a backup of the stock Boot.img file, but you will not be able to flash that file. If you flash a boot your file using the Magisk patch stock file, then your phone will stuck in a boot loop. So please don't use that file. On the other hand, the best bet is to use the TWRP recovery itself. If you don't have a custom recovery, then root your phone using the Boot.img file itself, and then you could use both these methods. Just to round off, let me now show you the method that I was talking about. So as I've told you before, the TWRP will extract that img file depending on the phone status. So initially, when I started the video, I show you that it has extracted the stock Boot.img file because my phone was not rooted. Now that my phone is rooted, it should now extract the patch Boot.img file. So let's verify the same once more that as well, and then we will conclude this video. So currently I will boot my phone to the fast boot mode, and then we will boot our phone to the TWRP recovery, and I'll show you the process as well. As of now, my phone is currently rooted, so it should now extract the patch.img file and not the stock boot.img file. So let me show you that. Now type in fastboot boot TWRP.img and hit enter, and your phone should now boot to the TWRP recovery mode, and it will only take a few seconds. We are just using the recovery for one-time usage. So let's just wait, and our phone is now in the recovery. So let's now execute the command. Just a minute, the command was this command. So first off, let's have to give the ADB shell access, and then I'll use this command. So type in ADB shell and make sure your phone is shown as a code name. Before moving ahead, let's first delete all the remaining boot.img files from the previous methods so that we get a stock. So let me first, these are the trash files, so let me remove all these files as well. So we have removed all the files, and now let's execute this command and hit enter. It will now give us the boot.img file. So let's now verify whether it's the stock or the patch one. So first off, let's access the boot.img file and copy this file and place in. This is the same file which we have just got after typing in this command. So copy this file and place it inside the platform folder on your PC. In the meantime, let me remove all the existing files, and this is the boot.img file which we have got. Now go to reboot and select bootloader, and the phone should now boot to the fast boot mode. Okay, so the file transfer was not yet complete. Not an issue. I will transfer the file once again. So just let me boot my phone to the recovery once more. Fastboot boot TWRP.img, and then I will transfer the file once again. So it will just take a few seconds. Let me verify the same. So our phone is now in the fastboot mode, and this should bring our phone on a PC as well. So let's access our phone from here. So this is our device. Let's access the boot.img file from here. So we copy this file. So just to repeat, this is the same boot.img file which we have got after extracting the or executing the dd command, as you could see from here. So with this we have got the boot.img file, and now go to reboot and select bootloader. So as I've told you before, since we have now used the TWRP method after rooting our phone, we should now have got the patch boot.img file. So let's verify the same. So for that, open platform folder and make sure you have placed the file over there. So this is the file, and now let me type in fastboot boot.img, and our phone should now boot to the OS, and this time around it should boot to the patch OS, in other words the rooted OS. So let's just wait for the phone to boot up, and then we'll verify the root status as well. So it should now boot within a few seconds, and then we will check out the result as well. So now if I launch the Magisk app, this time around you could see I'm getting a rooted. So this means that when your phone is rooted and you use the TWRP method, you will get the patch.img file, and if your phone is not rooted, you will get the stock boot.img file. So guys, on that note, I round off this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks. Thanks a lot for watching.